Today we're going to learn about the Sudoku Plus Pattern, another pattern in the series of patterns I've been going over. This is puzzle number 151, a difficult puzzle from Expert Sudoku by Nikolai Publishing. My name is Harold Nolte. I have about 160 videos on YouTube that teach you how to do Sudoku, and I've also noticed there's a website here, SudokuPrimer.com, that has a lot of information about Sudoku techniques and patterns and all kinds of things you can learn about with Sudoku. This Sudoku Plus pattern is another one of the patterns that is on the Sudoku Primer website. Just go to the patterns section and you can find a lot of different patterns there, including the plus pattern. The plus pattern is when you have a box with 4 numbers in it, one number in every corner, and the middle row and the middle column are empty, and it forms the shape of a plus. Now you could have 1 or 2 or a couple of numbers in here also, and it'll still be a plus pattern. Now what can you do with the plus pattern? Well, if you notice here in this middle row, we've got a 3 and a 9. We've already got a 3 in this box, and so we can't do much with the 3, but the 9, because of the plus pattern and because of the 9 being in the middle row, is limited to the middle column of this box and one of these 2 locations. Now there is a 9 here, so we could fill in a 9. The 9 goes right here, but I'm going to leave it blank just to illustrate that even with this 9 missing here, just knowing that one of these is a 9 is enough to help us, and you'll see that in a minute. Now I've got 3 other boxes with plus patterns here, so we've got four plus patterns in this puzzle, so it's a good example of to use for the plus pattern. Let's look at this box right here. We don't have any numbers in the middle row, but we do have numbers in the middle column, an 8 and a 9. So we know there are 8, 9 twins right here. We can't solve them, but that restricts the 8 and 9 in this section here in this middle row. Okay, let's look at this box right here. Same thing, we don't have any numbers in the middle row, but in the middle column we have a 1 and a 6. So we have 1, 6 twins here, which we can't solve, but that tells us that the 1 and 6 are constrained to the middle row in this box, and so it gives you clues about where they can go in these other boxes. In that case, the 1 has to go here or here, and the 6 has to go in one of these 3 places. Okay, let's look at this box right here, box 8. We've got a 6 and a 7, so we know we have 6, 7 twins here. And again, we can fill in the 6 and therefore the 7, but I'm not going to do that yet, just to illustrate that we don't need to have this 6 in order to gain information about this puzzle. Now let's get started here. I'm going to just put in a 1 right here, very easy number to find. And then let's look at box 5. There's not a single number in box 5 yet, the only box that isn't populated at all. But let's look at this plus information that we have here. We have a 6 and a 9 in the middle column already. We've got a 6 here, a 1, 6 twins here, so we know one of these is a 6. It can't be here because his 6 is in the middle column here, so the 6 can't be in the middle column anymore. So we know we have a 6 here and a 6 here. We also have an 8 and a 9 here, and with this plus pattern we saw that there are 8, 9 twins here that we can't solve yet. So therefore the 8 has to go in one of these two cells, and the 9 has to go in one of these two cells. Remember, we have 9 ghost 9s here because of this plus pattern. So now we know that these are 6, 8, 9 triplets, and the 8 has to go in the middle, because the 6 can't go in the middle and the 9 can't go in the middle. So we have 6, 9 twins here now. And now that we know all but these two numbers, let's see what those two numbers are. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 and 7 go here. So we can fill those in because there's 7 here. Okay. And by the way, if I put in a number that I don't really explain, and you're not sure exactly why that number goes there, please leave a comment. Or if you have any other questions, please leave a comment in the comments section on this video, and I'll try and answer your questions. So you could see how much power we got from these plus patterns here and here, and here and here, in order to find that 8, and then we found the 5 and 7 afterwards. Now we know there's a 9 right here, and how do we know that? Well, if you remember, we have 9s here, ghost 9s there, and therefore ghost 9s here, and we've got a 9 in here and a 9 here, so we know that has to be a 9. Now let's fill in the 6 and 9 that we know about here, and we can put the 7 in here too because of the 6, 7 twins that we've found in this box because of the plus pattern. All right, let's look over at this box right here with the plus pattern in it. We know these are 8, 9 twins. There are only 2 other cells that are empty. So what are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 3 and 4. Okay, so 3, 4 twins. Let's see what else is missing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 6, and 7 are missing in this column, and there's a 6 and a 7 there. So we can fill in the 2 there, the 7 there, and the 6 there. All right. Making pretty good progress so far. Let's see. We've got 7s there, so we know that's a 7. And even without that 7 there, we know this can't be a 7 because we have 6, 9 twins. So we know that's a 7. Okay. All right. Now let's look at this row right here. We've only got 1 number in it, but we know 5 numbers. If you remember, we have an 8, 9 twins here, 1, 6 twins here. So let's see what we're missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're missing 2, 3, 4, and 5 in this row. And we know they're there, there, and there. Oh, and look at this. We got a 2, 3, and a 5 here, so we know that's a 4. And because of this 4, we can fill in the 3, 4 twins that we knew about there. And with that information, we can also fill in a 3 right here. Okay. And we also know we have 6, 9 twins here. We have a 1 here, 1, 6 twins here. So one of these has to be a 1. Can't be here because of that and because these are 6, 9 twins. So that has to be a 1 right there. All right, and with that one we can fill in this one. We only have 5 and 9 left here, so we can fill those in. now we know this is a 5 there, and that makes that a 5. Alright, we only have one number that we don't know about here now, and that's a 2, right? Because we have 1 6 twins there, so we know that's a 2. And with that 2, we can fill in this 2. We could have filled that 2 in anyway because of the 6 9 twins we knew about. Alright, now we're only missing 2 numbers here. What are those numbers? 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. We can't solve the 2 4s right now, but that leaves only 2 numbers here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 8. So we can solve those. Alright, and with the 2 4s, well, we can't solve the 2 4s there yet. Let's look at this row right here and see what we're missing. 2, 4, 5, 7. 2, 4, 5, 7. That's 2, 4, 5, 7 there. 2, 4. So we have 5, 7. These are 2 4 twins. Let's see. Oh, here we have a 2, 5, and a 7, so we know that's a 4. Okay. And because of this 4, we can fill in the 2 4 twins we knew about in box 2. Let's see. Let's look at row 1 here. What are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Here we're missing 2, 4, 7, 8. Here we're missing 4, 8. Here we're missing 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So that's a 2 there. And with that 2, we can fill in this 2, and we also have a 2 there. Alright, let's look at row 7 here now. Let's see what we're missing in row 7. 3, 4, 8. 3, 4, and 8 we're missing here. We've got a 4 and a 4 there, so that has to be a 4. So that leaves 3, 8 twins there, and we can fill in this 4 here because of these, and we've got 4s there and a 4 there, so we know that's a 4 right there. Alright, now let's look at, we're only missing 2 numbers here. 1, 5, 1 and 5, so we can fill those in, and we're missing 3, 9 there, so we can fill those in. Alright, and let's see what else let's see, we got 3 8s there. We can't really solve those yet. 3. Oh, that's an 8 right there. Now, how do I know that's an 8? Couldn't that be an 8? Because we've only got an 8 here. Yes. But there's a interesting rule there on SudokuPrimer.com. Look up the ambiguity rule. Sometimes, quite often, it's called UR, or unique rectangles. This is a very powerful rule, and I'll show you how it works. That's how I found this 8 here. We have 3 8 twins here. We have 3s here, so we know neither one of these can be an 8. And the reason we know that can't be an 8 is because of this rule. And there's a 3 and an 8 in this row already, so we know that can't be an 8. So we know that has to be an 8. Now, if you're not familiar with that rule, I would recommend going there and reading up on that, because that's a very powerful rule that will help you solve very difficult puzzles. So because of that 8 now, we know this is a 3 and that's an 8 and that's a 3. Now, after we filled that 8 in there. And now let's see what we got here. We got a 6, 6, so there's a 6 there. Okay, and these are the 1, 6 twins we learned about with the plus pattern. So we can solve those now because we put a 6 there. Alright, and these are 1, 5s, so we can solve them. These are 5, 7s, so they can be solved. Now the rest is pretty easy. We got 6, 9 there that we can solve. And 8, 9, again, we had 8, 9 twins here that we knew about because of this plus pattern. We're just finally getting around to solving it, although it helped us quite a bit with this puzzle, if you remember, like finding this 8 here. And then let's see, we're missing 5, 7, 8 there. There's a 7 and 8 there, so that's a 5, 7, 8 to finish the puzzle. Alright, well that is it. That puzzle wasn't too bad. Because of the plus pattern, we were able to find quite a few numbers. I would recommend that you go to SudokuPrimer.com, look up patterns, and look up techniques. We also have blank grids out there that you can download for free. There's lots of other Sudoku information on SudokuPrimer.com. So I'd recommend that you go out there and take a look and see what you can find out there. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.